I'm good to go. Almost. Cool.
We got 35 seconds till the actual music.
35 seconds to the actual music. Okay.
30 seconds.
All right. Thank you. There we go. Okay. I got you. Got me. And we are a happy family.
10 seconds.
Okay, we got to edit that out. That's terrible.
Dun, dun, dun. Here we go.
That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET, 1490 AM. Joining our live stream audience, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Periscope TV, LinkedIn. Glad to have you with us on today's show. Boy, we're going to have a fantastic time. We got an actor talking about his latest role in a film. I'm guaranteeing you, if you have not checked out some good action flicks, you're going to want to. El Contratista. It's an action feature film featuring a group of young international military fighters and their tough veteran leader determined to protect a young boy whose family was murdered. Now they must figure out who the good guys are, who the bad guys are, and before they all end up dead themselves. Yeah, that's right. That's the synopsis of this fantastic film. We're going to be talking to the actor and producer of this film. Super excited about this. He's also known as the Latino James Bond. He's called by press as the lead actor and executive producer of this great film. It's currently on Tubi and Amazon Prime. And we're going to talk about some of the films that he's coming up with, as well as his time and stint on Jumanji. Yeah, that's right. We're going to talk about that night school. Well, not his time, but his time working with Patrick Hughes and starring Kevin Hart, which we all know from Jumanji. So let's see if he were a Jumanji character, which Jumanji character he would be. Maybe in the next film, maybe Jumanji 3. Maybe he should pitch himself for that. I think he needs to. We got Mr. Jesse Sanchez over there. Good morning, Jesse.
Good morning.
Yeah, so pretty cool stuff. We're going to be talking around the corner to this. And Jesse, you saw a bit of the trailer. And obviously, what did it make you think?
I'm not gonna lie, I actually did get some James Bond vibes from him. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, rightly so. I mean, it's always fun to A, get good films, and B, get good films, because C, we're kind of bored over here with bad films, right? I mean, lately we've had a really good list of things coming out next week that you're kind of like, you know what? There's some good content coming, and no truth to the rumor, there is filming being done in Hollywood, so that's great. Of course, we still got to face the music. It's National Tortilla Chip Day. How will you celebrate? Seriously, that's the only thing for today. Somehow, tortillas took over February 24th, Jesse. How will you celebrate today?
I have a bag of tortilla chips ready to go. I'll probably eat those for lunch, but you know what? Who doesn't love some tortilla chips?
Yeah, right. Exactly. I will say this. Some of the best tortilla chips that I like are the kind which are very simple, which is, of course, corn tortilla chips in the bag, lightly salted and or heavily salted, because I love my salt, at a carniceria. And I'm telling you, get some good carne asada, some good pollo, and some good salsa with some good guacamole. Oh, that's how you celebrate a tortilla chip day. So there you go. You looked a little like, wait, what? How come I haven't been experiencing it like it needs to be?
Right? You just brought it to a whole nother level, and I'm hungry now.
Yeah, that's what I love about restaurants, obviously, which kind of whet your appetites. And now, even though it's not Taco Tuesday, I don't really care right now. I think I would go get myself some tacos later today. So there you go. That's how you celebrate. Oddly enough, tortilla chips. How far back do you think they went, Jesse?
Ooh, that's a tough question. I don't know. I'm gonna go way back.
All right.
1800s.
1800s. Actually, I don't really know. According to this, the tortilla chips have always been considered to be Mexican food known as tostadas, but they were first mass-produced in L.A. in the late 1940s. Rebecca Webb Carranza receives credit for making the crisp chips popular. She and her husband operate a deli and tortilla factory in Los Angeles. When the tortilla manufacturing machine discarded the misshapen tortilla, Carranza realized they could be cut into triangles and fried. Smart. She sold them for $0.10 a bag at the El Zarape Tortilla Factory. Carranza received the Golden Tortilla Award in 1994 for her contribution to the Mexican food industry. The U.S. is one of the primary markets for tortilla chips. Another favorite dish made with tortilla chips is nachos, of course. Ignacio Nacho Anaya created the first dish we call nachos around the year 1943. The tortilla chips are served with melted or shredded cheese. If you don't know what a nacho, it has a description here. Additional toppings are added, such as meat, salsa, refried beans, tomatoes, diced onion, lettuce, olives, jalapenos, guacamole, and sour cream. How do you like your tortilla chips? I'm telling you, now I want nachos, darn it. I don't know which way I want, Jesse.
There's so many ways to have nachos, so I'm hungry now. You're really whetting my appetite. I'm just like, I need nachos now.
Yeah, I do too. All right. This is interesting. Lots of coronavirus news. I hate to set it off in a bad way, but we need some of this information out there. New Yorkers, okay, according to the mayor there, is saying, and I've seen this a couple times, by the way, and it's not a bad idea. I do say, spend a little bit of the money and go ahead and get yourself even a KN95, okay, or an N95, all right? Just get that. But in New York City, where it's the U.S. epicenter of the COVID-19 pandemic, the mayor's asking residents to wear 2 masks until at least June. Okay, here's why. Mayor Bill de Blasio said this, through June, keep doing exactly what you're doing, not just wear a mask, wear 2. Social distancing, get tested monthly. If you do have a case in your home, have the person safely separate. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention said earlier this month that laying a well-fitted cloth mask over a surgical mask is likely beneficial. Research suggested that when a person double masks, wearing a polypropylene surgical mask with a cloth mask on top, the people around them did the same. The risk of transmitting the virus falls more than 95%. The benefit fell to 80% if only one person wore the double mask. I like those numbers, actually. I mean, back to at least a year later, we're not complaining about wearing face masks, are we now? Now I think it's just a matter of, do you wear 1 or do you wear 2? That's not a bad situation to find yourself in, though. You know what I mean? I'd rather that than, remember when we were, some of us, not us, right, Jesse? We didn't protest going, I won't wear a mask, right?
Honestly, I have no problem wearing a mask because I can stuff it full of candy and slowly eat it and have no one notice. So
is that a benefit?
Yeah, I'd stuff it full of gummy bears or
something. Work it. I didn't even think about that. You could have little. Now
just make sure it's not really, really hot because then they'll start to melt to your face.
Well, now I'm thinking of like tortilla chips that I could just like a little pocket where I could be like, I don't know. Okay, it's hard when you have to like take a drink. Yeah, yesterday, what were you thinking? Oh, one of those.
You know how they have sodas? Just have it. Fill it with chips
and then filter into your mouth. That's disgusting. Yeah. But you know what? You need more sleep than I do. De Blasio said, quote, this June is when we want to hit 5 million New Yorkers fully vaccinated. June is the earliest we would even consider changing guidance around masks. It may be that we continue that guidance for quite a while, depending on what is going on. We are very concerned about the variants. That's a big X factor. And you know what? I'm glad they're talking about that because we just talked about one of the variants that even Ashley Judd recently had to overcome where she's at. New York City Health Commissioner Dr. Dave Chokshi says we cannot take our foot off the gas right now. We have the valuable new weapon in our arsenal, the vaccine, but we have to think about it as something that is an additional layer of protection and that includes mask wearing. 2 masks and higher grade masks should become more common among New Yorkers, adding that vaccinated New Yorkers should still wear masks too. Okay, you know what? I'm cool with that because the reality is I would rather wear at minimum 1 and have everybody worry about whether it's 1 or 2 and at least at minimum wear 1, right? So there's that. And then there's this one. Agony of post-COVID-19 loss of smell. See, we're starting to see ones that even though they get okay, there's repercussions of having it, which is why you definitely want to try to not even try to get it, right? I know there's some people that kind of dare each other. One is saying the doctor set a miniature camera to the patient's right nostril, making her whole nose grow or glow red, not grow, that'd be terrible, with its bright miniature light. And he asked as he rummaged through the nasal passages, tickles a bit. Yeah, no duh, Mr. Doctor. The discomfort caused a lot of tears to well in her eyes and roll down her cheeks. The patient, Gabriella Forgione, was not complaining. The 25-year-old, okay, this is a note to people. Pharmacy worker was happy to be prodded and poked at the hospital in southern France to advance her increasingly pressing quest to recover her sense of smell. Along with her sense of taste, it vanished when she fell ill with COVID-19 in November. Neither has returned. Being deprived of the pleasures of food and the sense of things that she loves are proving tough on her body and mind. You know, we take a lot of things for granted, Jesse. Some of the great comforts in life, which we don't understand until it's taken away or you can't taste, is the ability to smell and or taste, Jesse.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with that, because considering my mom is unable to smell right now.
Oh, she is?
So, yeah, she can't smell. I bought her all this brand new coffee. She can't smell any of it. It smells amazing though.
Oh no, that's not good. I wonder why but that's new for her? That's not old?
No, she had COVID, I think, about 2 months back. So she thinks she had COVID.
Well, she might have. I mean, this is a situation that we're seeing. So, okay, well, I'm glad that we're talking about it then. Because that might be something that she really looks at. Let me go on to this, which some others might not even consider. Being deprived of the pleasures of food, sense of things, of course, tough for her. Odors, whether they're good or bad, are not necessarily good. She is losing weight and self-confidence, though. She says and confessed this. Sometimes I ask myself, do I stink? She doesn't even know she stinks. Oh, that's bad. Poor thing. Normally, I wear perfume and like for things to smell nice. Not being able to smell bothers me greatly. Oh, I can't imagine that being taken away 100%. A year into the pandemic, doctors and researchers are still striving to better understand and treat the epidemic of COVID-19 related anosmia. That's what your mom has right now. The loss of smell, draining much of the joy of life from an increasing number of sensorily frustrated, longer-term sufferers. That's what they're calling it. Specialist doctors say there's much about the condition they still do not know, and they're learning as they go along in their diagnoses and treatments. Impairment and alteration of smell have become so common. Oddly enough, we're not talking about it, but it needs to be talked about, that some researchers suggest that simple odor tests could be used to track coronavirus infections in countries with few laboratories. The problems for some are temporary, often improving on their own in weeks, but a small minority are complaining of persistent dysfunction, even after the symptoms have disappeared. So you see why you don't even want a version of COVID? Like, I don't want to be on that scale of, oops, I got it, and now I lost all my sense of smell and or taste because they're interrelated. Some have reported continued total or partial loss of smell 6 months after infection. The longest, some doctors are saying, are now approaching a full year. Ouch. Wow. Researchers working on the disability say they're optimistic that most will eventually recover. Well, that's optimistic. I'll give you that. Fear some will not. Some doctors are concerned that growing numbers of smell-deprived patients, many of them young, by the way. This is interesting. We've always said this, right? Just because you get it doesn't mean you want it. Even if you are young, could be more prone to depression and other difficulties and weigh on strained health systems. Dr. Thomas Hummel, who heads the Smell and Taste Outpatients Clinic at the University Hospital in Dresden, Germany, says they're losing color in their lives. Aww. Says these people will survive and they'll be successful in their lives, in their professions, but their lives, these doctors are just making one thing worse. I knew a couple people that had no sense of smell and no sense of taste. They were able to live a good life, happily married, but I always question that. What would that be like with no taste and or smell? So if you have taste or smell, number one, it's some of such a small little win there. But man, talk about if you got it, enjoy it. And if you don't got it, we got to work on that. Seriously, there's got to be something there. So coronavirus is not fun. It's still around. Be careful out there. All right. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more right after these messages. Stay tuned. All right, thank you. Let me see if we can get him on. Alejandro. All right, let's see. You there, Alejandro?
I'm here.
Awesome. There we are. Okay. Wait, let me see that cup. That looked like a good cup.
Yeah.
What does it say? See? Wait, do you like cats?
No, I don't dislike them. I just.
You're like, it's just not my cup. Because that would be my uncle's cup. Jose Luis Sedano is my. He loves cats, and everything he has cats. Okay, sorry, I just noticed the cat thing because I get cups all the time. Then
I have different cups that people give us, or my family, my wife, my sons. They'll have different cups. I just grab whatever's available.
I get it. All right, buddy. Okay, we're gonna here's what we're doing. We're on our commercial break right now, but our social media audience is alive and well. Let's see. So I'm going to bring you on really quick, and then we're going to reintroduce you. Okay.
Okay.
Help me out with your last name.
De Hoyos.
Yeah, I got it. Okay. I thought I was going to say it right. Here we go. That's right, everybody. I got Alejandro de Hoyos here with us, and I'm telling you, Alejandro and his film. It's how would you describe it, Alejandro?
It's an action film with a conscience. That didn't come from me. It came from a friend of mine who's a very well-known writer from a big show, and he watched the movie and he said, "That's an action film with a conscience," and I like that. I
like that too. I like it. I can work with that.
It's not your typical just action, shoot. It has mystery. It's a thriller. It has a couple messages. Without pushing the envelope too much.
I like that when you get it, but you don't need to be told it. Does that make sense?
Exactly.
Yeah, subtlety. I love it. Okay. Quick question. First of all, you and Kevin Hart, how chummy are you right now to get into the next Jumanji?
How what?
How chummy are you to get into the next Jumanji?
Oh, I would love to do that. I mean, anything. I mean, the guy was great to work with. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you tweet him? Do you tweet? You need to tweet. Kevin Hart's big on Twitter.
I don't tweet.
You need to tweet. Can you just be a Jumanji character? I think you'd be a fun Jumanji character.
That's funny.
Because go ahead. No, I mean.
I barely do Instagram, I and some Facebook, but
be on Jumanji, man. I'm telling you, you just need to be like, look, I'll be one of the next characters and I'll kill you 20 different ways. Have you seen Jumanji or Jumanji 2?
Oh yeah. I haven't seen 2. I've seen the first one, okay. And of course I saw the one before with William. Who was it? Robin Williams. Yeah.
Oh God, I know that was completely different. I didn't, but
very different.
Kevin Hart or Dwayne Johnson, if they got into a fistful of things and Kevin Hart was the same size as Dwayne Johnson, who would win?
Oh boy, I don't know.
Just say Kevin Hart's your man, and you'll be casting the next Jumanji. Okay, there you go. That's a win. All right.
It's up to him. There's so many people involved that make that decision.
20 seconds.
Jesse's on Twitter. I'm on Twitter. We're going to push for you to be in the next Jumanji. Okay. All right. Hold on. All right. Hold on. We'll be on our break. Hold on.
10 seconds. Two seconds. Here we go.
Solutions.
Welcome back. Yes, it is the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET, 1490 AM. Joining our live stream audience there, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Periscope TV, LinkedIn, and more. I am super excited to talk to somebody who not only is an actor, he is a producer and the contractor, which is now on Tubi and Amazon Prime, which is good because my mom actually is on Tubi. She just talked about Tubi yesterday. She was watching I think 10 Commandment film on that service there. So Tubi, go check it out. El Contratista. I can guarantee you this is going to be on her list. Joining us right now is somebody who knows exactly not just how to punch a person with finesse, but also grow a conscience in the middle of it all. We got Alejandro de Hoyos here with us. Good morning. Welcome to the show, Alejandro.
How are you? Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, great to have you. Look, I understand this film. First of all, it's coming at a time where we need a lot more action. Does that make any sense? Because I'm feeling kind of bored at home. I don't know about you and your friends.
Well, I'm active. You know, you might not know this, but I run a bunch of companies that I own. So I'm busy. You know, when people say, "Oh, I'm busy," yeah, no, I'm busy. But you know, you're able to manage all that. So no, I'm not bored. But I really enjoy a good action movie. I can't wait to see John Wick 4. You know, things like that. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, this movie, it's also actually on YouTube, so you can go to YouTube and watch it.
Can I just ask something really quick? You mentioned John Wick 4.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm about to ask.
I don't know.
You're John Wick teamed up in a film. Would you want to go against him or would you want to work alongside him?
Oh, that's a very good question. I think it would be more interesting to go against him, you know?
Ooh, battle one-on-one.
Yeah.
But how long do you think that would last? Because correct me if I'm wrong, you're a black belt.
I'm sorry?
You're a black belt. Is that not true?
Well, I was a black belt when I was 17, and I've been training again because I shot the film, Contratista, and I'm working on another film that I'm also producing. And in that film, I have a lot more fights.
Okay.
I'm doing a film right now in Texas. I just came back for a few days because of the storm and the snow, everything that's going on, and I'm fighting in that film as well.
Okay. Well, and in this film that you produce, obviously it's about a boy and a contract. Is he a contract killer? Is he a contract saver? What is he?
Yeah, he's the heir of a very rich person, you know, that got killed with his family. So we don't know who did it. And the obvious thing is to thank the cartel, but there's so many people involved. It could have been the maid, the butler. That's the butler right there. It could have been anybody. So my job is to protect this little boy from whoever is responsible of the family's death. And my character is somebody who used to work as a contractor, helping CIA, different things. But something happens during the beginning of the movie that he decides to just leave everything and create his own security company to help people, to protect people.
Is this what your side business is, and you don't tell people that, and then you just pretend to be an actor during the day? Is that how you roll?
Exactly.
Got it.
I do that, yeah, but I can't tell anybody. I can't even tell you. I would have to hurt you.
Well, no. Whoa. We just went, whoa. No. If anything, I would be like, can I hire you? Are you hireable? Is my, no, I got some people.
Yeah, it's very expensive.
Well, there's some people I need.
It's all very private, you know.
It's kind of how I want it because, you know, I need some people taken out. Okay, look, let's talk about the film when we get back. I got to take a quick hard break. We'll talk about not having to kill me. More like I need to hire you. And more importantly, I need to watch this film. Can we talk about that? We're going to keep you. We just need to take a hard break. We'll be right back with more of Alejandro.
That's right.
I'm afraid now. He really was ready to take me out. Okay, Alejandro, we'll be right back right after this. Stay tuned. All right, Alejandro, we're on a commercial break. I'm keeping you here really quick. Let's see here. Rosalie. No. Leave it a 2-minute break. Oh, yeah, short break. Okay. Rosalie says, this is random. I love Alejandro's voice. He could read the phone book, and I could listen to it all day.
Nice. That's very nice.
That's a good compliment, right?
I've heard that about my voice, yeah.
Well, now you know. You could read a phone book all day. That could take us back, right? Phone books. Do you remember phone books? Yellow Pages? Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Quick question though. Of all of the projects that you've ever done, what was your funnest? Obviously,
the Contractor. It's something that I produced. So a lot of creativity involved with the director, writer, and for me to be able to play the main character. As I mentioned to you earlier, I wasn't supposed to play the main character. That was supposed to be played by somebody else. I was just going to produce because I'm too busy with my companies and this and that. And the director ended up convincing me that I was right, that I was the correct, person for that character. And I did it, and I enjoyed it a lot. However, every movie that I've been doing, I did the one with Kevin Hart. I had a blast with Kevin Hart, Woody Harrelson. Right now, I'm shooting this movie in Texas. I'm having a blast playing the bad guy. It's just weird that I'm playing all these bad guys.
20 seconds.
well, you got the look, man. I mean,
Really?
you know, I love the beard. I mean, God bless Sean Connery. I get the James Bond situation going on. You know what I mean? I think you could be that guy.
2 seconds. Coming back.
It's a compliment. Everybody loves Sean
Thank you. No, thank you. Yeah.
We'll be right back.
It's good to be able to do other things.
Yeah.
Other than the doctor, the attorney.
Okay, here we go. Hold on. Welcome back. Yes, it is the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET, 1490 AM. Joining our live stream audience there, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Periscope TV, LinkedIn. Glad to have you with us. Yes, we got a comment from social media. And of course, our guest, Alejandro, here is with us. But Rosalie said this. This is random, but I love Alejandro's voice. You could read the phone book and I could listen to it all day. Alejandro, you got another fan.
That's great. That's awesome.
Speaking of which, obviously, look, this film, you correct me if I'm wrong, but you got kind of how did you get guilted into this? Because this was something you wanted to produce, but then all of a sudden, because this is a lot of work to produce it, but then star in it, right?
Yeah. Well, I was at my business, running my companies, and then my friend comes and says, the director, writer, Jojo Henriksen, he says, Alex, I have this movie. Are you interested in producing it? I read it. I liked it a lot. And I said, yeah, let's do it. We were looking for actors. And, George Clooney didn't want to do it for the money I was paying. None of those big guys wanted to do it for a little budget. So Jojo said, you do it. Why don't you play the lead? And I decided, after some convincing, I decided to do it.
How is that convincing? All you had to say was George Clooney turned it down. Show him up, and this will be one of the roles he wish he kind of took.
I was kidding about George Clooney.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I was
or George Clooney, or
because that's going to come back around. Trust me. George's going to be like, I would have done it. Just saying.
Yeah, no. We would have liked to have George Clooney or somebody, like that. It's a low budget film. I came up with the money, so it was a big risk. It is a big risk for me, but I just wanted to do it. I was passionate about the project. Was passionate about the message, and it was a good way for me to start doing my own movies. Because we're always complaining about how Latinos, we don't have good parts for Latinos, and all the good parts go to the white people, and that might be right. But what I tell my buddies is like, well, let's create our own content, our own projects.
Yes,
and that's what I decided to do here. I don't want to be waiting for somebody to knock on the door and say, hey, Alex, do you want to star in this movie? No, I decided to, come up with the money and take the risk and do it.
Well, Christopher Nolan started his career doing exactly that. Do you remember the first film he ever did? I don't know if you're a Christopher Nolan fan, because I could see you being in a Christopher Nolan film coming up.
I'm a fan of it.
His first one he produced, I think it was under 10,000. They took it to the U.S. circuit of film festivals, and I believe this was before Memento, by the way. And look at where he's at now. So my question is, going forward, can you be a little bit more present as an actor? Because I think you need to kind of continue with that. I know your businesses are popular, but can you put a little bit more time on creating more content? Because I think you're on the right train of thought.
it's very interesting because I've been doing this since I was in my 30s. I started late, and then I was just doing commercials. I did over 220 commercials, and but I was doing mainly that, growing my companies, raising a family with 4 boys. So it's a lot of work. It's a lot of things to do. After I did The Contractor, and we screened it a couple of years ago, and I got a publicist, I got an agent, a manager, and since then, well, except for the pandemic that we were stopped for months, I've been working a lot lately. I did Men from Toronto. I was booked for a movie with Brad Pitt, which I couldn't do because I was in Toronto and I was coming back a couple of days before, and I had to be here for 2 weeks because of the how you have to be here for 2 weeks, quarantine for 2 weeks. Then I did Thinking. I Think You Should Leave. It's a Netflix show, and right now, it's funny. They replaced whoever was doing my character, and they brought me to Texas to do this part of the bad guy. It's the main bad guy, and like I was telling you, I get to fight, I get to act. It's a good film. It's a low budget film, but it's really good.
Well, and never look. The great thing about low budget is you can get great content out of low budget, right? Because you have to put a little bit more power into it, and I think that's the kind of content this film is. And I like to say independent filmmaking at its finest, right? Because what people don't understand is you put your heart and soul in probably more of a low budget film, which I believe some actors are like, I'm not doing a low budget film because it takes so much time out of their day. It's easier to go with a big budget one and have the working arm do it themselves versus you in a way saying, watch my film. But so question, how can we make this go to El Contratista 2?
I created my own film, another film. This time I wrote it with my son, my 25-year-old son. And it's not El Contratista 2. It's a variation. He's still a ex-military guy. Actually, he's involved. He joins forces with DEA. It's a Mexican elite force with an American elite force, and non-corrupt Mexican officials or officers like me, and non-corrupt DEA agents. And yet you find that in the movie there's corruption on both sides. So my point is, you have to keep creating, and that's what I'm doing. That would be the next step for what you're saying, Contratista 2, but it would be the Mexican connection.
I like it already. Look, okay, obviously you got fans here. Look, the question I have for you is, before I have my question, Jesse, do you have a question for our guest?
No, I'm just looking at your IMDb, trying to figure out what you have up next. I'm just in shock over your hair. I love the salt and pepper, dude.
Thanks. Yeah,
I'm getting there that soon. So hopefully one day I'll have that color and just boom.
Yeah, I used to color when I was in my 30s. When 30, that's when I started getting gray. And then I said, just leave it. Just leave it the way it is.
Isn't it fun? Go ahead. Sorry, Jesse.
No, I said it looks good. People need to start bringing natural hair colors.
Yeah, and this is the first time in my 50-something years that I have a beard, because I never had a beard, but I grew it for the contractor. And then I shaved it after the movie was over, and people were saying, "Oh, we like you with the beard." My agent said,
keep it.
Let's keep it. So it's been working. I mean, like I said, I booked four big jobs in the last 4 months, so it works.
No,
nice. Yeah, the beards have powers.
Okay.
It's a different personality than if I'm clean, shaven. It's a nicer, look. Yeah. So this I can be meaner, I can be like.
You should be. Okay, so can I? Okay, I look, as guys, this is the stuff we talk about. We don't talk about it ever, but we think about it, right? Because A, we don't want to lose our hair. That's always first thing usually to go at some point. And B, you got the Sean Connery thing. I mean, shout out to Sean Connery, who's no longer with us, but being called and dubbed the Latino James Bond. Where did that start, by the way? Because now you're kind of like taking it full next step. without
my publicist saw the movie, because she was doing the publicity for the movie when we screened it, and she said, "You're the Mexican James Bond." He saw the movie. He saw me fighting. He saw me doing this. So we took some shots. If you go to my Instagram or even IMDb, you'll see some with that tux, like kind of like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And of course, I don't have a beard. I'm shaven. And from then on, she says, "Yeah, you're the Mexican James Bond." And whatever works, man. If she sees me like that, I embrace it. I'm humble to know that she thinks that way, and that's fine.
Well, and here's what I say about that. Keep the beard but don't go all villain. Stay villain-esque, but do your next contractor as the guy that saves everybody. You know what I mean? Because ladies like a good, clean, like beard. Help us bring the beards back. You know what I mean? In a good way, trimmed.
I'm telling you, you'd be surprised. I have over 80, 100 employees that I work around. And as soon as I shaved, they were like, "Oh, boss, we like you with the beard better." This is not a sexual thing. They're just, my team. And they're like, "Oh, boss, yeah, let it grow again." So,
Moses grew it out. I say you should have kept it trim. Keep it going. Keep working it. All right. You got it. Question.
Right now. It's long, but it's for the movie I'm doing right now. So
even
after that, I'll shave it a little.
Nah, it's a perfect. Seriously, and then you could just show them without. Just trust me on this. Right, Jesse? Correct me if I'm wrong. Ladies, help me out.
I don't know. I'm gonna go with the beard. Just keep it really short.
Okay, I'm going to social media really quick. Rosalie says salt and pepper on men look dapper and sophisticated, but on women, I have to pay money to get it a good grade because it just doesn't work. I get it. And let's see. John says we're going to be watching this flick very soon. Maria asked this question. Does he like Canadian Greek women? I like the older grayish look in a man. And she says, please don't read this to anyone. And too bad it's out there. What's the answer there?
It's a little too late, huh?
Yeah. And what's your answer though? Because she's waiting now.
Oh, the answer is, preferences. I don't necessarily have preferences. I'm married. With 4 children. But
perfect answer.
Yeah, no, I love women of all nationalities. Seriously, I'm really. I can appreciate beauty. I see a lady and I say, wow, she's beautiful. She's whatever. That doesn't mean I'm gonna go after her. I mean, I'm just appreciating the beauty.
See, true gentleman. That's what I'm telling you. Keep your lady. She married right, and she married up. And by the way, good father. I'm telling you, you're doing the right thing by your kids. Look, during COVID, there's a lot of things to watch. Not because there's nothing good out. Except lately, there's a couple movies we've featured. So this is out now. Is this correct?
It is. Yeah, it is. Like I said, the Spanish version is in Tubi or YouTube. Fandango, I believe. The one in Amazon, they dubbed it in English, so I don't recommend it right now. We're working on. I want them to get it out of Amazon and in English and just put the Spanish speaking version, because you lose a lot when you dub it. It's completely different.
Yeah, it is.
So I would love people to watch this in the original language, which was Spanish, and then. Sorry, but read the
the subtitles. No,
yeah, subtitles.
It's worth it. I've done I don't like the dubbing. And by the way, I think you need to do your own dubbing next time. Just you know what I mean. Next time when you do it,
yes.
You know what I mean. Just do it, just because I want to hear your voice. Because you know what I mean. It's just there's something about it. Does that make? I don't know. Am I speaking to myself?
Not to get into details, this was my first film production that I did. So I have learned a lot from this.
Okay, good.
About who has control of this, who has control of that. And, you learn. I have done production when I was younger. I did a lot of more promoting for singers and dancers and even martial arts tournaments. I had a world championship in Mexico City. But this was my first actual film production. Again, you learn. Just like any other business, sometimes you get into the restaurant business, which I had, and you learn as you go. you get into the having children business, and you learn as you go. So that's not necessarily a business, but you know what I'm saying.
No, it is. You know what?
It's something you're learning as you can't learn how to be a father, so you have to learn on the go.
No, I think you're saying the best thing right now, because fathers need to hear this everywhere, right? Especially those in the entertainment business, because some could get a little look. Okay? I didn't mention all the businesses because I'm really trying to promote the film, right? But as a businessman, as now I believe a bona fide filmmaker, because I mean I get it. Your roles are pretty awesome, by the way, that you're coming out with. Brad Pitt, I understand. Can we just talk about a film coming up as well?
The Brad Pitt, I was not able to do it because of the COVID situation. I was shooting Men from Toronto with Kevin Hart, and then I was supposed to arrive 2 days before I was supposed to start shooting. So they were calling me to get my COVID test, to get my wardrobe test, and I said, I'm in Toronto. You guys know I'm in Toronto, And then my agent said, Alex, they're going to have to replace you because Governor Newsom just said that you had to be here 2 weeks quarantine before you do any films. So that's why I couldn't do it. But I was very happy because Man from Toronto is a huge part for me. It's I played the bad guy, so there it is.
Keep it going.
Yeah. It's for a film of that magnitude. That's amazing. I really enjoy working with those guys. Very humble. Kevin, I get on set and he's like, hey, buddy, how you doing? He gives me a handshake and a hug. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Woody is like a pleasure to meet you. Everybody was very, receptive, very, very nice. The director, Patrick Hughes, he's done big movies and, and there he is. Hey, Alex, we're so happy to have you. We love your self-tape. I'm glad you made it. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
Nice. And that's how it should be, right?
It is. Thank you. Yeah. Less ego, more fun, right? And be glad we're working, right?
It was hard work. I mean, you have to be. That's what people don't understand. You have 100 people around you, camera people, special effects, everybody, and now the camera is on you. So it's 100% focus. It's 100% concentration. And it's beautiful. I mean, once you're done with the scene, it's like, wow, I was able to focus. I was able to do that. Well, it's a great feeling.
And what people don't understand is, and I think you understand that, running the businesses that you do, it's like a mini business that you become a family. Everybody does their thing on cue. Everybody has to work cohesively together. It's good to have a good production team. One of which, if you know who to work with, to probably work with again and again and again in new content that you're going to help create. Yes, or yes?
That's correct. That's correct.
All right.
I already have a team. For my next film, I'm already thinking about the people in Mexico. I shot with people in Mexico that I didn't know.
Yeah.
I was very concerned when I went to Mexico because I had never acted in Mexico or done anything in Mexico like that. And I was very surprised because those guys are so sharp. I was so proud of them. And Ensenada and Rosarito. They've been doing a lot of the films and TV series that go to Ensenada to shoot. So they've learned a lot. And there's something about the Mexican crew. They were very committed. Sometimes we would be there 5, 6 in the morning, and they're like, yeah, whatever, just bring us some food,
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Camila's asking on social media, what inspired you to create your own production company? Good question.
Precisely that I wanted to create my own projects, but not only that, my goal for future projects is to have the Latino people, or like me. I'm Latino, Hispanic. I don't even know what we are these days, but
yeah.
To have us have a parts where we're not the stereotypical character. Yes, there's the gardener, there's the attorney, there's the doctor, there's the bad guy. There's so many elements. So I want to make the characters for Hispanics like the real life, more human, That's why in my movie I have corrupt officers from the American side. We have corrupt officers from the Mexican side, because that's a reality. For us to say that all the American officers are good and all the Mexican officers are bad, then we'll go back to the stereotype, you know. So in this case, in other words, I said something, I don't know if I remember. The integrity of the character is not based on the color of their skin or their nationality. It's based on their moral, you know, and how they act, how they, you know, behave.
Yeah, well, and I'm looking at some of the. I'm sorry, I'm also looking at some of the cool posters that you have, because you got like a couple of variants. Can we get some signed ones sent our way? Because I think we need some. I'm just saying. Look, Alejandro, I want to say thank you for that. The contractor, obviously, some cool stuff going on. You've got more cool stuff coming up. More. You need to get on Twitter. We need to tweet, or you know what? You're on Instagram.
I'm on Instagram.
Yeah. Let's message Kevin Hart. I want you on the next Jumanji. Can we make that happen?
Why not? Why not?
Yeah.
It's funny because I talked to my publicist and I said, I just want to work. I love doing this because I love the work. And now that I started really my career a couple of years ago, as a real actor, because this is the first time I have a movie, a theatrical, it's called a theatrical agent. This is the very first time I have a theatrical agent. So now I want to do more and more and more. You know, I'm really excited about this career now.
Yeah.
At my age, you know, it's great.
Well, and I'm glad you're saying.
I'm sorry. What I was saying is that I just want to work. I don't necessarily want to have fame, or like a lot of people want to be famous or they want to be rich. I'm not interested in that. I really am not. So anybody who's out there, you know, thinking, oh, Alejandro would be a good character, but we can't afford him. Look, if the project is good and I feel like it's, you know, the character is good, hey, I'm there.
Well, and the boy in this, by the way, great boy to protect. So keep it up. We got to let you go. I know we've got another hard break coming up, but I want to say thank you for spending your morning with us. Keep it coming. The content is great. We need more of it. We need just some entertainment that makes us go, how would I take out that bad guy? Would I make that move, or would I do that move? Or would I just shoot him in the head? We need more of that. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Listen to your advice.
Please do. Continuing on. You're doing great. All right. Alejandro de Oyo, again, thank you. Oh, what's your Instagram handle?
Alejandro de Hoy.
De Oy. Okay. Got it. Okay. Okay. We're there. Okay. Thank you for spending time with us here on The Morning Show.
Thanks for having me.
All right. All right. So we got to take a quick break. We'll be right back right after a couple of minutes. We'll be right back. Alejandro, thank you. Sorry, I'm so tired. I apologize. It's been a terrible. I got 2 hours of sleep last night. I don't even want to explain it to you, but I want to say thank you. And really quick, you know what? Let me just keep you really quick. I know you got somewhere else to be, but you got comments coming in, and I think you need to hear this. Let's see. Maria says, "I will start twittering Kevin Hart nonstop starting tonight." Just so you know. See. We're gonna get some requests there. Let's see. Also, really quick, this other comment. Algenia says, just tuning in for a minute. The beard is classic. You don't want to turn up looking like Father Time and Moses. I've seen that mess. The classic man. So keep it. Okay.
Right.
All right. Yeah. She's very on point, by the way. And let's see. There you go. So look, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you. We gotta let you go. I know. And tell your business situation. I know we kept you a little long, but
they'll be okay. They'll be okay.
Okay, cool. All right. Thank you for spending time with us.
Thank you, guys. All right.
All right.
Bye.
All right. So there's Alejandro again. Go check it out. Again, great guy. Fantastic film. I can't wait to see it in its entirety. Right, Jesse?
Oh yeah, can't wait. We have 10 seconds till we come back and about a minute and a half till we're done.
Even better. Okay.
Okay, right. Coming back. Bye.
Welcome back. Yes, it is The Morning Show here on ABC News Radio, KMET, 1490 AM. That's it. We're out of time. I want to say a big thank you obviously to the entire team of this production. If you are not already invigorated, I could guarantee you my mom right now is all over that right now. I guarantee she's already either looked it up or she's going to watch it by the end of today. Again, Alejandro de Hoy on IG. Yes, it's Instagram. I guarantee he's got forever fans there. Go check it out. Classic guy, right? That's the gentleman that you see right there, and I appreciate that very much. Let's see. Rosalie says I have to catch the replay. I'm at work. I got interrupted, but they need to do a show interviewing us regulars. I don't know what that means, but okay, all right. So there you go. I think everybody's trying to get in on that interview. All right, people, make it a great day. I've run out of time. That's it for all of us. Jesse, take it away. All right, for the rest of you tuning in, I appreciate you again so much. I'm gonna try to play. I did this yesterday and it messed up entirely. I have a feeling the audio is not coming in on certain music. I'm still gonna play it. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. Here's the trailer in its entirety. I hope, but I have a feeling the audio is not going to come out properly. So I'm gonna. Social media, go follow me, Aaron M. Sanchez. You can follow him as well. And here's the trailer in its entirety. I don't know if you're going to hear it, though. If you don't, I'll figure it out. We'll be right back. But here you go. I know what you're thinking. That would have been great to have the audio, but it kind of makes you appreciate loss of hearing, right? I mean, thank God for subtitles. I like what Camille said over there. It's true. At least there's subtitles, so I will try to get that working. But I mean, it's kind of it begs the question. Obviously, for those that are losing their sense of smell due to coronavirus, if you guys didn't get that news story, again, you do not want to fool around with COVID, even if you get well. now you got a small chance, although I don't know how small or big it is, but loss of smell, again, anywhere from 6 months to a year. And that's just based on the information that they're finding out. So, even if it is as small as enjoying a tortilla chip this day and or good food, enjoy it well and enjoy the very simple gift that we have called smell and or taste. Seriously, because that is no fun for anybody that has to take it away entirely. But there you go. Your comments. Let's see. Mario says, I'm going to watch it tonight. You know what? I like that with the popcorn emoji, the soda drink, and the little TV tube emoji. I gotta find those emojis. This is good emojis. So there you go. Also, Algenia says it broadens the available talent among Latino, Hispanic filmmakers, producers, and writers. Awesome. And I say, you know what I say? I didn't get to talk about this, but my grandfather, actually, we would visit him in Rosarito. And quite often, by the way, we would go across the border, go visit him, spend a couple days and or nights. And I remember Rosarito Beach, and I actually visited Ensenada just recently. And great location. You don't have to go to careful in certain areas, but when you got like the right connections, you're good to go. I wanted to offer like Jesse and I as a little, like, we could do like a walk-on role and then a walk-off role, and just, but I know he's really busy, but when the producer of a film, you got little ins and outs. I'm just saying. So Alejandro, if you're still watching, just saying, All right. Anyway, I appreciate each and every one of you spend time doing whatever you're doing, but go support the film. Okay. Go check it out, tweet it out, Facebook message, and tell people, go check it out. You'll be glad you did. All right, people, I'm out of time. Make it a great day, whatever you do. Remember, life is worth living. Live it well. Bye-bye, everyone.